Hey everyone, welcome back, and thank you for joining me on another spectacular video of something that I know you'll never see ever again. And by that, I mean that this is a one of a kind. So before we get rolling, get comfortable, my friends. Is it morning where you're at? If it is, right now I'm having myself a Pure Leaf green tea because I had my coffee earlier, and I actually had a delivery here. I had to get here bright and early to the collection to receive a Behringer pirate ship and another Italian robot toy vendor, a blue one. So if you follow me on Facebook, you'll have probably seen it long before this video post. But anyway, if it's morning and you're just waking up, rub the Sandman out of your eyes and get up to your Keurig or your coffee pot. Pour yourself a nice steaming one. Add a little syrup, some cream, clank it, adjust it, and grab yourself a muffin or a Danish or something like that, a breakfast burrito, and kick back now in your lazy boy and adjust your screen and pay attention now, because I am in control of what you're looking at. And what you're looking at is a beautiful, beautiful prototype. Yes, prototype from Japan, a one-of-a-kind, hand-painted. Not only that, it's a fully functional, working prototype. Not only that, it has a freaking plain prototype sample box right with graphics written right on it. Check this out. This says defeat something samples. Origin Japan. How freaking awesome. The first time I've ever had a plain white Japanese box, and this is the real deal. It has the lining in there, the seam that you would expect. How freaking amazing is this? I can't believe that I would be so impressed by a plain white box, and I'm wondering who had this sample. This came from Japan, by the way. Was it in a salesman's inventory? Was he traveling around the countryside? Did he fly to the United States and say, this is my defeat ice sample? I mean, I'm trying to figure out what it is. But look at the toy. I mean, usually I don't go for militaria, if you want to call it that. But this one has a futuristic vibe to it, almost like a combination of a lunar or a space vehicle, and also something that you would see armored from Mad Max. So I couldn't resist. I mean, it's beautiful. Look at the purple shading on this thing. I can't believe this was done by hand. It almost looks like an airbrushing. But this is hand painted, all these details. And like I said, it actually works. I think the wheels are some kind of stock wheel that they put on here. But let's look at the bottom. Now, if you know a vehicle that actually looks like this, let me know in the comments. I would love to know. So it's apparently like a bump and go. It is so damn cool. Look at that. Look at that. I love that purple hue. I can't wait to put this in with my other prototypes. This is a spectacular prototype. You know, usually I'd want more lithography or hand painting details, but in this case, it's perfectly balanced. That the purple just gives it the finishing touch. And I'm going to do another flyover. Look at that. But, you know, like I said, this is not just an ordinary... And by the way, it also reminds me of like the Kanto Space Patrol tank. And the one thing that I like about the prototypes is, you know, like my space capsule, these are tin, the lower bodies, and then they actually created them and they used plastic on the bottom, which is kind of unusual. But let's see here. Do I want to dim the lights? Nah. Like I said, this is working. Let me just grab my bumpers. Not that I'm not going to leave this thing running by itself. And it's not something that I'm going to run, prolonged, unfortunately, because, when you have hand painting and you operate these things, you run the risk of the paint flaking and things like that. But I do want you to see and enjoy this because, like I said, it's actually functional and it has a really, really cool action. So instead of me blabbing here, let's turn it on. And at 3, 2, 1, and we'll see what it does. So again, 3, 2, 1. I'm going to hold this so you can see that again. And the body of that army guy is tin. And the head is like an army man plastic. It's really, really cool. Lithoed side panels. And that's enough of that. Like I said, I don't want this thing running crazy because you never know. You never know how these prototypes are made. Last thing I want is the light to burn out or it to stop working. So anyway, that is your, I guess we'll call it what's on there, your N5971 half truck. If you like prototype vehicles, one of a kind, or military, or tin, or cool toys, or the sound of my grating voice, or whatever it is that motivates you, you know what? Do me a favor and thumb up this video. And please share it if you have places you could share it to. And if you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. That would be greatly appreciated. And again, let me know your thoughts. I'd love to see what you think of this cool vehicle in the comments. With that, thank you for your time. It's greatly, greatly appreciated. And I, my friends, will talk to you later.